What's good? It's your boy CJ Goodfellow back with the boxing clinic, and it looks like Joe Parker and Hughie Fury gonna try to do it again. It's supposed to happen a couple months ago, but Hughie Fury pulled out. Like it's going to go down between Joe Parker, WBO heavyweight champion, and Hughie Fury, longtime prospect and contender. September 23rd, Manchester, United Kingdom. I believe it when I see both of these guys in the ring. Especially Hughie Fury. This is a guy that there's always something coming around with his fights. Somebody always pulling out, or he always pulling out. I just don't get I don't get that he's a very confident boxer at all. I don't get that confidence. I don't even get the false bravado that his cousin Tyson Fury puts off sometime with him. I just think he's a very unconfident guy, but I think he's a very capable boxer at the same time, at least beating Joesph Parker, which most people think is the scrub of the heavyweight title holder. He's the one everybody wants, but he's going to his team going to strategically move him to at least get his ass beat for the most money possible. At the end of the day, that's what it's going to be. I wouldn't put past Hughie Fury beating the shit out of Joesph Parker. Not a bit. I think he's the more talented fighter, slightly. What he's shown, but Parker hasn't fought on the highest level. Even though you probably could say he fought the best fighter, Andy Ruiz. Well, most people thought Andy Ruiz, edged him out. But I think they fought in New Zealand, so Parker got the nod. But Parker, Hughie Fury is a tall guy. Joesph Parker is a guy that we thought had some promise. We thought he can be on the top of the heavyweight world potentially, because at the time it was very bleak. And Vladimir Klitschko was on his way out, and some people thought, when Klitschko passed over, or if Klitschko ever fought, that he would be one of those guys that had a good chance in Parker. But after we seen the Takem fight, even though Takem, who has fought at a good level, I think he fought Mike Perez, and he got knocked out by somebody as well. He struggled with him. He struggled with Carlos Takem. He struggled with Andy Ruiz, barely edging him out. And pretty much he's the runt of the heavyweight division, in my opinion. He has some athletic gifts, but it just seems like, he hasn't reached his full potential. He has some tools there. It was about 6'4". Seemed to be always gassing out sometimes in an earlier fight sometimes. But he looks the part physically. He's physically imposing. Good speed, decent power. He had a potential to have better power and better speed. I just think he just needs to be under different toolage or a different watchful eye. But if Hughie Fury, and Joesph Parker somehow are able to be in the same ring September 23rd, and the bell ring and the intros and everything, the weigh-in goes fine, and nobody's injured on the way to the ring walk, right now probably you give Hughie Fury the edge to beat Joesph Parker. I know Hughie Fury was actually offered a Deontay Wilder title shot this February when he's coming off an injury. He passed it up, and now he had a title shot with Joe Parker. Got injured, passed it up because his father wasn't able, or whoever, Peter Fury is to him. I think his father or his uncle, whatever, wasn't able to enter New Zealand because of his criminal record. So now they're doing it in Manchester, which Parker wants to come to Manchester, to the UK, because that's where the money is and the popularity is. And potentially set up a fight with Anthony Joshua down the pipeline if he gets past Hughie Fury, which is a huge if in my opinion. But just because the fight might not happen, but now his father, uncle could be there, so now the fights happen. That's pretty much what it boils down to. We gone.